What's up guys, welcome back to another brand new video on the drift car. So it is Saturday, it's about 2 o'clock and I'm going to get some work done on the car. Today we're finally going to be addressing the motor. So I'm going to rip the sump off and I have decided that I'm going to weld a baffle in just because while I'm there I may as well. I'm hopefully not going to pull this motor out again for a wee while, so I've decided if I do it now that I don't have to do it in the future. So I'm going to pull that off, give it a clean out, go to work, roll up some alley, weld it in, and that's essentially a pretty basic baffle setup for one of these motors. You can buy like a full baffle kit that have like the hinges and fucking all that nonsense, but I'm not trying to spend like $350 on a baffle when I can make one essentially for free. So I'm going to do that, and then I will probably jump into the task of trying to reinforce this chassis rail that I have been heavily avoiding this whole project, I guess you could say. But it shouldn't be too bad. I just need to stop procrastinating and get into it. Filming on the iPhone today because the audio in the last video was all up the fuck on the GoPro. Not quite sure why, whether the microphone's died or something, but yeah, it was no good. It was pretty painful to listen to. So we're using the iPhone for now, but I'll set you guys up and then rip the sump off. Right, so after being a little bit rough and taking the power steering pump almost fully off, the sump's off. It's looking alright on the inside, like nothing concerning. The oil is only like 2 track days old. I'm going to go and give it a degrease, and while I let that sit, I'm going to assess, I say this like all the fucking time, go over this chassis rail, make a proper plan so I can fold some stuff up and let it in. I don't quite know what that is. I can only assume it's something like a timing chain guide or something, but sitting in the sump. If anyone knows what that's off, well, let me know. Thanks. So, as you've seen in that series of clips, I was doing a mild shave on my rocker cover, which I randomly decided to do. And turns out this casting is a shitload thinner than I intended it to be. Put a nice little hole, so my solution to that was cut out some Coke can, get some of that high heat JB Weld epoxy, and epoxy a nice little patch in there. I'll skim some over there once the bottom's dry. Sand it down and you'll never even know. That Coke can is probably a little bit thin, but being as it was just a structure for the JB Weld to actually bond to, because obviously there was a hole so it would just fall right through. I think it'll do the trick lovely, so yeah. But it is now like 7 o'clock on Sunday and I gotta go grocery shopping and get ready for the week ahead of me. So hopefully next weekend I'll be able to tuck back in. Hopefully I have a MIG so I can do all that reinforcing, and then we can start sanding the bay ready for paint. And I will go ahead and order some timing chain guides for that fucker over there. And we'll try to tackle that, I reckon. And then that'll be a couple pretty big things that I've been putting off all done. Which will be sick, because then I'm one step closer to getting the motor back in. And we can slowly start working towards a built rear end. Or reinforced, whatever you want to call it, so that'd be cool. But yeah, that's all she wrote for today, so I'm going to end the video here. If you stay this long, obviously thanks for watching. Hopefully I have another video out next week. I'm not sure when this will come out, but I'll start editing it tonight. But yeah, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.